Testing, testing. Hello, good Abend. I don't think I'm gonna. Not gonna. Oh dear. A second. Let me just do my normal face. There we go. I don't look so happy. I don't look so done with myself. I don't know. This face is just like I'm tired. And I am tired. And I don't know, this might just become the default face for the PNG tuber, because that is, yeah, that's the one I end up using the most. This mug. I have a little buddy with me today. I put crystal on my head because, like, instead of letting the AI cut this out, I should probably just, I have the source file, I could just export a transparent version. So, they have Krista with me. Let me see, maybe we can move her down here. There we go. I don't know. I think it's funny that she's sitting on my head. But, yeah. Oopsie. Oh dear, okay. I wish there was a different shortcut for expressions. I don't like that I have to go all the way up to the right corner to access these. Yeah. What was today? Today is a Tuesday. I normally don't work on Tuesday, but I picked up some extra hours because I wanted to be helpful. And it was a pretty normal day. There's not a lot happened that I want to talk about. So I'm just going to circle right back around to animation, because there's a couple things I wanted to talk about yesterday. In regards to the amazing digital circus and CG animation in whole, before I got cut off by the death warning of my tablet. I'm probably going to get another one of those tonight, because I did not charge before starting the video, and I'm streaming at 33%. I could probably extend that if I turn my brightness down and put on energy saver. Hopefully that doesn't mess with the quality of the video. It shouldn't. I think it just dims the screen, which is fine. Because it is late, it's not so bright. The screen should be dimmed at this time of day anyway. But yeah. Before I got cut off by my tablet dying, I was gonna talk about how the digital circus is just blowing up right now, and there are a couple React videos I've been watching, because it's fun to watch it, once, to watch it several, not once, but a couple times by yourself and like analyze every little thing. But then you want to see what other people's takes on it. So the React channels are just eating this up. That's what I was talking about that yesterday. The React channels are just absolutely engorging themselves on digital circus content, and good for them, because it's popping off and it's super popular. And if you want to get views right now, then you gotta react to what the popular thing is, right? That's the digital circus. I was saying how I look at some of these React channels, just to see how many more views the digital circus videos have compared to their regular stuff, and the leap is just insane. Like, it's not even close. And I know people like me are the reason for that. Like, I don't really care about most of these React channels, but if they happen to react to something that I'm super, super into and hyper focused on, like digital circus, then yeah, you'll get a view out of me. You'll get a view or two as I unravel and watch your entire experience of discovering this masterpiece. Like, I'll be there for that. Yeah, there's a couple channels I've come across that like are just now discovering the digital circus, and it's like, and it's not that I'm gonna go accuse anyone of lying, but I find that really hard to believe. Like, these people are React channels. They're terminally online. They're not like normies. Like, I know a couple normies. They're like have no idea what the amazing digital circus is, and that's fine because they just live in a different world. It's fine. They live in the world of football and beer, and that's perfectly fine. Like, but for these React channels, like, there's no way that you haven't at least heard of it. And most of them say they've heard of it. They didn't know what all the buzz was about. But now that episode 6 has come out, there's just a bunch of channels that are like just checking it out now for the first time. And I don't know, I find that suspicious. But it's probably nothing. It's probably just people like jumping on the bandwagon. It probably happens every time actually an episode comes out. Like, people who are like sitting on it and are like, is this worth my time? And then they see the massive amount of live viewership. Like, meet for a second. They see the massive amount of live viewership that each episode has, and they probably decide to like start watching it then and there. So that's probably just what happened again with episode 6. But yes, there's one channel in particular that I'm waiting to watch a react from because he's an animator, and I love listening to him like point out all these little animation details and like speculate how they did this and the technique they had to use for that. And it's just interesting because he's very passionate about his craft, and I like listening to him when he's talking about the animation. Yeah, not so much other stuff, but I'm not going to get into that. When it comes to animation, though, he seems to be a professional. He knows what he's talking about, and I like hearing his professional input on the animation of the digital circus, because you get a lot of people, talking about the story and the characters and their personalities and all that, but it's nice to see someone go over the animation, especially as someone who, before Glitch, did not care for CGI animation. Glitch has definitely made me appreciate CGI a lot more than I used to. I used to be like, gung-ho, 2D or nothing, 2D supremacy, but Glitch really, like, I mean, there are other CGI movies I liked growing up, but I just always preferred 2D, and I never realized the work. I mean, I did. I shouldn't say that. I did realize the work. I just always thought that 2D looked better, is more appealing, and I still think that. But Glitch has definitely like buttered me up to 3D animation, like how good it can look, how good a series. Because that's the thing. Like, when I was younger, most of the CGI that I was exposed to was television CGI series, and they have a much lower budget, and they always look crappy. Like, I like Toy Story, I liked Monster Inc. when I was younger, but if either of those got like an animated series, thank goodness they didn't. Thank goodness, they killed Moana before that. Well, they didn't completely kill it. They had to get their money back and make it into a movie, but yeah, anyways, CGI has just never been my favorite, but Glitch has definitely made me appreciate it more, because they have a passion for it, and the passion shows. Like, I just like in all the little details, each of the movements. Like, I went back and rewatched. Oh, I didn't. I didn't watch it myself. I was watching another React channel react to episode 1, and in watching episode 1 again, there's this end. There's this part at the end where Kane's like, "Oh, Kaufmo extracted. Why didn't anyone tell me?" And he like makes a little wacky face, and Pomni just has this look. She like just slowly turns and looks to him like, "What the heck?" Because she was like calling for him the whole time, and it's like just the subtle little animations like that are like just really interesting. It's such a small thing, but the amount of like personality and feeling that you get from like the movement. Yeah, so it even in episode 1, and the thing with Glitch is as their series get more popular and they get more money from merchandise, the quality of the animation tends to go up as the series goes on. This happened with Murder Drones. You know, first episode looked good, but by the time we got to the end, it was gorgeous. It's like movie studio quality in some areas, not everywhere, but you can see the progression in the animation as the series goes on and they get more budget. So, and that's happened with Digital Circus. But even in that first episode, just that slow turn that Pomni does when she looks at Kane after he says that, it's just beautiful. But yes, I am waiting for a specific react, and this guy was smart. He knew to put that one behind. He knew to put episode 6 behind a paywall because people who I guess watched, he saw the trends on his YouTube channel, I'm sure, about how many views the other Digital Circus React videos were getting, and he's like, this is gonna be members only, and hopefully he releases it to the public because I really want to watch that and want to listen to his opinion on the animation in that episode. The animation in episode 6 is so good because it's the latest episode, because it's just they have more budget right now than they did when they first started, and it's so good. I want to hear everything he has to say about the animation. This guy specifically is very fixated on Kane. So there's a couple of good shots of he's very fixated on Kane. And there's a couple shots in particular I want to get his reaction to. I want to see what he has to say about those. But I am not giving him any money because I don't like him like that. I know he said some things that I don't agree with, and yeah, so I'm not gonna become a member because I don't watch the rest of his content, and as a person I probably wouldn't care for his content. I like to hear what he has to say about the animations, specifically this animation, and basically nothing else. So my voice is there's so much fry today. I should probably get some water. It's like I don't know if that fixed it, but no, it doesn't. It didn't fix anything. Oh my gosh, so much fry. What else was I gonna say about the Amazing Digital Circus? Maybe I'll do. Well, no. There's nothing for me. I won't react to it because there's nothing for me to react. I've already seen all the episodes, first of all, so it won't be my first-hand reaction. I don't want to get around copyright. I don't know how all these other channels are getting around copyright with like playing the video like in its entirety. I know they pause and stuff, and maybe Glitch is not as hawkish with copyright strikes, but I don't want to take any chances, and so yeah, no React content for me, at least not now. Who knows what happens in the future? But yeah, it's not my first time seeing it, and there's nothing for me to say that anyone else hasn't said. I don't have a specific corner of expertise that I'd be able to lend that's unique. So yeah, except the other thing about the other thing I noticed is that a lot of these React channels are, after they're watching the entirety of Digital Circus and getting caught up, they are circling back to Murder Drones. So I'm seeing a lot of these channels like, oh, my first time watching Murder Drones is like, yes, I'm so sad that Murder Drones is over, because I love that show, but it makes me happy that like all these React channels are like hopping on that train too, and they're like, well, while we're waiting for the next Digital Circus episode to come out, we can react to this and revisit this. So I'm happy that they're all revisiting Murder Drones, because Murder Drones was good. I liked Murder Drones. I don't think about it a lot since it ended, but that like gives me an excuse to watch it again, because it's always fun. Let's see. Yes, it is raining. It's raining outside. You hear that? That's rain. I need to make a background where it's raining so that I can say that and it looks okay. This is like a default background that came with Prism, and yeah, it's nice. It matches my palette, but yeah, it's not raining, and that's definitely a mismatch. I have to get to work to drawing assets, don't I? I should just pay people to make them for me. I can do that, but I don't want to, because if I can do it myself, then why should I pay someone else? I only pay people to do stuff that I can't do, and that's a lot. But drawing backgrounds is definitely something I can do. I'm not gonna like it, because I don't really like drawing backgrounds that much. Wait, let me see. Do I have any backgrounds to bring up media? When was the last time I did a background? Well, we have this shot of me in the kitchen with, whoopsie. Of me in the kitchen with Kaima and Cosmima. That's the sound is thunder. Ignore the crunch. That I don't even know what that even sounds like in the microphone, but I'll see what it sounds like, and then I'll make up something later. But yeah, so this is. Well, there was another one. There's another one, a picture I did. So anyway, never mind. I'm gonna get to that. Me, Cosmima, and Kaima, eyeing that pie that I just baked. I should actually do more pictures of me in the kitchen and me cooking, because I cook a lot. That's like drawing and cooking. Those are like the two things that I'm decent at. Not good, but decent. I haven't killed anyone yet with either my art or my neither my food or my art has gotten anyone killed yet, so that's a win. But yeah, I do a lot of cooking. I should but I haven't, not baking though, so I probably didn't bake that pie. That pie was a gift from someone else, maybe. I could bake a pie. Baking, I've been told baking is much easier than cooking, because it's more exact science type of stuff. So the problem with pies is everyone in this house is trying to, no, not everybody, but most of the people in this house are trying to avoid sugar, like the plague that it is, me included. So making a pie out of nowhere kind of seems a bit cruel. But yeah, but for my two imaginary daughters here, they can have all the pie they want. So this is a background image. It's not detailed, but it's there. And I guess the other background image I did was this one, which, let me add that. This nighttime workstation type of. Is this cut off? Oh, this is the one there. Wait a second. That's the one that got turned into a thumbnail. One second. Where's the whole image? There's the whole image. There we go. So that's the whole image, and again, very simple. I try to hide a lot of the shadow work is kind of not great. I don't do great with shadows, especially in the dark, because the darker it is, the more noticeable the light has to be. I don't know. I'm just not great at scenes, so try to hide everything in the shroud of darkness. But don't know how well it worked. This is my current YouTube banner for my primary channel. I think no, my primary channel is Weeping Star. This is the banner art for Crystal Canopy. Again, oh dear, you can see, stop rotating. Got some pictures on the wall here and here. My demons. But yeah. So yeah, that's hot garbage. Let's see, do I have... There's another one. There's the Flutter Trio. I keep saying this one. I don't think this counts. Whoops. This one, which was my summer beach image for the... That doesn't count as a background, because it's just the ground and water. Background, like, needs like horizon, at least, I don't know. I don't count this as like being technically, yes, it's a background, technically it's a scene. They're not like in the middle of nowhere. You can tell what it's supposed to be, where they're supposed to be, but it's just floor. So that was very simple to do. But yeah. Sorry again for the crunching. Again, don't know what that sounds like on the mic, but not gonna be editing any of this out because I don't have the time. I don't have the program for that. Yeah, I'm trying. What was the last time I did like a scene? It's not just outside, indoors. That's what I need to find, is something that's, yeah, there's like nothing that's like inside, like in a room, because I am scared to death of angles and perspective. If you can't tell, if you haven't been able to tell, but yeah. So that's what I'm gonna be doing, I guess, is just draw a room. Maybe something that looks like this, but maybe it'll be something actually inspired by my actual room, but with the colors to match my character palette. So like my actual room is black, white, and red, and I could do the style of my current room, something in the style, obviously not a one-for-one remake, but something in the style of that, but with the different colors. So, you know, maybe black, purple, or purple, blue, and pink, or purple, blue, and yellow. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it there. Got all my thoughts I wanted to say. I'm gonna continue obsessing over the amazing digital circus because I love it. Not enough to make fan art. That's one more tangent I guess I can go on. I do not, if anyone follows me on DA or my Instagram, you probably, the fan art is very, very sparse, far and few in between, because there was a time when I got a lot of attention, like, for making fan art, but then I wasn't happy, as you can imagine. You know, selling your soul and all that is like, you can get all the views and all the engagement you want if you just do the popular thing, but the popular thing isn't mine. It doesn't belong to me. It's like, so I kind of quit fan art cold turkey for a really, really long time, and then every now and then, if I'm really, really into something, I will I'll occasionally make something. So like recently I did like the Sonic, classic Sonic and Cream picture. That was cute. Oh, and I did fan art for this indie animated series called Skifters. It's by a guy named Waffle Maker. And I know there's literally no one watching this, but if you happen to come across this, check it out. You just search Skifters or Waffle Maker. Preferably both. Ignore the crunch. You'll find it. It's pretty cool. It's again another example of actually they can loop back around. Another example of someone being passionate about 3D animation and making me care about it more than I have, and I should care more. I shouldn't have been so biased to all those. It's not so much now. This is like years ago, like 10 years ago, that I was like super against CG because it was just replacing everything that I loved, like as far as Disney went, and now Disney as a whole is just dead to me because of all the crap they've done. So okay, so I'm just gonna end that there. Bye.